Good morning, everyone. It's time to go on the record. Boston's Police Commissioner Bill Evans this morning, from the dangers that officers face to the safety and security of our neighborhoods, and
getting reaction in Boston on how the BPD is doing its business.
Plus, a major economic boost for the hub. GE announces a major move that will bring more jobs to Boston.
From WCPB Boston, the inside word from Washington to Beacon Hill. Today's newsmakers are going on the record.
Very good morning to you, everyone. I'm Ed Harding, along with News Center 5's political reporter Janet Wu. Thank you for joining us at OTR this morning. Boston's Police Commissioner Bill Evans is our guest. Commissioner Evans is a 33-year veteran of the Boston Police Department. He was the interim commissioner when Mayor Marty Walsh officially gave him that job 2 years ago. Commissioner, great to have you. And you just mentioned something. Thank you. So you just mentioned something, and I asked you this. You're not in uniform. When you're the commissioner, you're a civilian, did you tell me?
Yeah, I am. You know, I was on the job. I was in uniform for really, like, between cadet time, 33 years. So I joke with people when they ask me what's the hardest part of the job, and I say, it's getting an outfit on every day, because I wore the same clip-on tie and blue uniform for 33 years. So my obviously, my expense account has gone up, having to go out and buy suits and ties and everything else.
It's great to have you with us, sir.
So it's just hanging in the closet right now.
What's that?
The uniform's just hanging in the closet.
Yeah, and it's sad that I probably will never put them back on again. And so, but, you know, yeah, I love being in uniform. You know, I love being out on the street with the guys and girls, and, you know, I have a great department.
Well, this sort of brings us to our first question. Recently, a Boston police officer was shot. It was a result of an alleged drug dealer. Just how big or how dangerous is the drug trade in Boston right now compared to, like, within the last few years?
Well, I think any time we're dealing with drug dealers, you never know. Well, you know, some of them obviously are low level, but, you know, you can run into a real dangerous one like we did, you know.
But is the drug problem worse today than it has been for a long time?
Well, I think the opiate is, clearly. I mean, I've never seen the addiction that we have. We've never seen so many overdoses and deaths. And, you know, our officers are now riding around with Narcan. I know fire department, EMS all have them. And I think we started about 2 or 3 weeks ago. Everyone got them, and I think we've had 3 or 4 saves already with them.
I guess my question is, the percentage of violence in the city of Boston, is it gone up because, I mean, as far as drugs are concerned, the ones that are connected to drugs, or is it about the same, or has it been even?
I think it's dropped, really, the drug stuff.
Really?
Most of our violence seems to be around gangs, and I don't know whether it's drugs or turf that's driving it, but, you know, we had 38 homicides last year, which is, I think, a 16-year lower. You know, 38, and it's 38 too many, but other major cities, you know, like Chicago had 500, Baltimore 344. Everyone else's homicide numbers went up, ours went down. We had 32% reduction from last year. So violence, the robberies went down. You know, overall, violent crime in Boston has been dropping every year. So we're not seeing the drug trade obviously driving our violence.
Well, I was going to ask you, if we take one pie, a piece of pie is 100% of your workload, how much of it do you think your officers are focusing on drugs? Is it 20% of the workload? Is it 50% of the workload? Is it 70% of the workload?
Well, we have a very active drug unit, and we have officers assigned to every district that deal with the quality of life issue around drug dealing in their neighborhoods, and we have a citywide. So, you know, probably a lot of it, you know, probably 10% of our job, 10%. You know, but we have certain units that deal with that, so the other officers can answer radio calls.
Let's talk about just staffing. What about 2-officer patrol units? Would you consider reviving that practice?
Well, you know, not really. I think, you know, our officers watch each other's backs pretty good, so if there's a call that comes in that they think could be any danger, the dispatcher will send to, or they love to back each other up. You know, we got a real young department, they're energetic, and they watch each other, so things are working well now. I know that was very controversial.
Is one officer a target, you know what I mean, in a potential dangerous situation versus 2, for example?
Well, there's always the potential for someone being targeted. We've seen what happened in New York.
In Philadelphia?
Yeah, but even New York, there was 2 officers.
In New York,
and, you know, and so, well, you know, what's going on now, we're continually wanting our officers to be aware out there, and their safety is my utmost concern. I think I go to bed every night worrying about something happening. Thank God what happened to Kurt Stokenshire the other day wasn't more serious, but, you know, we're very much aware we're a target out there. We're very much aware of some of the anti-police feelings that have generated across the country that are playing out a little bit here. And so our officers, you know, we do a great job, but we have to be on guard at all times.
Well, so sort of brings me to my next question. In light of what has happened and has made so much news in other cities, Boston has not seemed to have those same problems. Do you think it's because there's more trust of police officers here, or do you think it's because of our size, or do you think it's our culture? Why have we managed to escape a lot of the big problems that have occurred, like in Chicago, Baltimore, Philadelphia?
Well, I think we've built some good relationships with all our partners in the community. I think Mayor Walsh has done a lot of outreach. I have, and the officers are out there working daily with the community, whether it's, you know, youth police dialogues. We're out there playing basketball with them. Christmas time, you know, we must have gave away 10,000 toys to kids in every district having their police parties. We had an event at Target where we all went around with kids and bought them toys. So we do a lot of things that I don't think any other police department in this country does to make sure we build the community's trust and respect. You know, we had over 52 peace walks starting in August that we walked around the neighborhood. We just do so much. You know, Mayor Walsh is working with a lot of the kids who might come out of you know, the correctional system, getting them union jobs. There's so many good pieces working together here that I think the community respects us and trusts us right now.
I'll say two words to you, and then tell me what first thing that pops in your mind. Body camera.
Well, I think, you know, we're going to do a pilot program on it. We have a social justice.
Are you going to
force.
use these kinds of cameras on the shoulder, or are they going to be mounted on the chest, or where are they
We're
going to
not
be?
sure. We're working with different vendors right now on what is the best case for us. But, you know, we're working with a group of neighborhood people, the NAACP, the Urban League, a lot of the clergy, on what type of policy we're going to have. And obviously, we're working with our unions.
Who controls it? Does the officer control it?
Yes.
So the officer is in control of it?
Yes.
Well, that's a flaw in and of itself, no?
Well,
I mean,
and again, there's a lot of technicalities, and I know everyone's pushing for it, but I have to make sure the public interests are obviously taken into account, but also my officers. And what happens is, in the policy, we're going to dictate when the camera should be on and when it's not. And so if we go...
But there's no danger in that?
Well...
You shouldn't have control over when the camera's on or off.
But the danger is, if we have it on all the time, we're going to be filming witnesses who don't want to be on camera, and they're not going to be forthright. We're going to have domestic violence victims who are not going to want to be on camera, and they might not, you know, tell us what happened. Sexual victims, you know,
be on camera, and they might not be as
So
open.
we're going to have a policy on when it's going to have to be on, and exemptions as to when you can shut
And
it.
when will we see the first officers wearing these?
Well, I'm hoping in April to get them. If everything goes the way, and we just met 2 days ago with our social justice task force, and we have several more meetings, and then we're going to roll it out to the community before we introduce it. And, you know, again, you know, I think our department does a great job. I think external, as far as complaints of excessive force, have gone down 62%. We had 22 complaints last year. And with all the arrests we make, that's pretty good. And we're not talking just real excessive, but complaints have gone down tremendously.
Just yes or no, do you think body cams are good, yes or no?
Well, I think they're good.
Yeah, okay.
Given what I've seen across
Let's try the OTR pop quiz. You ready? Are you ready?
I'm ready.
Okay, I just wanted to check.
You're going to give it to me anyway. So.
Well, that's a fair point. Question 1. Certain Catholic saints are associated with different professions and areas of life. Which Catholic saint is identified most often as the special guardian of police officers?
St. Michael.
St. Michael. Question 2. In 1854, the city of Boston formally replaced its watch organizations with the Boston Police Department. How much were police officers paid per shift? And I'll give you some choices. 0, because it was all volunteer. $2, $20, $200. Again, this is how much were they paid per shift?
0. Wasn't it volunteer?
It was $2 per shift.
All right.
We continue on the record with the police commissioner.
Sorry.
It was a great work.